Christian husband's response to cheating.
Oh Lord.
So, all right, the name of this clip, like M3 said, is a Christian husband's response to cheating. Then the subtitle below says, I've been cheating on him for 3 years with his best friend. Oh my God. She got the...
I wonder what the best friend side of the story is. What did he get forget too?
She got the sleeve, the denim vest on.
Yeah.
She looking like she's about 65 and a half in the face, and she throwing cat around. So let's see what she's talking about.
Best friend probably like, man, that pussy was so holy. Cheeks almighty.
Shout out to the church.
Cheating on him for 3 years with his best friend. We had 2 kids, 3 and 6 years old. And he could have walked away, should have walked away, could have. And when all this came out, and I hid it for 3 years in the church, when all of this came out, he looked at me and listened. A good therapist knows your feelings are valid and you can feel all of those things. He was mad. He was hurt. He was confused. He was disoriented. All those things were still true. None of that was underscored or not a part of his experience. But what was also a part of his experience, because he had been submitting and surrendering to the Lord so faithfully for so long, was he literally looked at me, and all I expected him to do was exactly what every man had done in my life, my dad, all these other men, was to leave. And instead, he looked at me and he said, Casey, I don't know how to not love you. That is when Jesus became Lord. That is when I got grace for the first time in my life. I realized that is what Jesus had been saying to me all along. You don't understand, girl. You can run from me. You can hide from me. You can be mad at me. You can do all these things. And the reality is, I don't know how to not love you. I've been cheating on him.
Looked like the guy was just wanted to break out laughing like, oh my God. Can't believe I'm listening to this shit. And the music they played, dog, that.
Oh my God.
Yeah, only white Jesus would tolerate that though, man. I'm like, look, man.
I was hoping we would save this until Stan come back.
But, yeah, we might have to watch it. But oh my God. Like,
oh man.
You know who I would have submitted to? Like after I would have found out that I would have been submitting to that courthouse after I found that paperwork. She was like, "Oh, you're gonna leave me just like my dad," and I'm like, "Yes, I am. God damn it, you're fucked up. No wonder why your dad left.
Real out here. Oh my goodness, the
you're fucked up. Everybody should leave you. Me, these kids, the cat, your dad. You ain't shit." Yeah.
Yeah, she been hiding this. She been doing this stuff for like 3 years. Not for sure. His best friend probably go to the church. Obviously, you know what I mean. If you notice, like the caption, the comment, like the first comment says, "Notice how she stays in the victim role, saying that she expected him to leave and do her wrong, just like her father and every other man that she had."
Wild stuff.
Yeah, that's a good point, because it's just, man, I hate when people always blame shit on their childhood. Like, you know, man, it's like you're not, the way people paint these pictures, it's almost like you're borderline on a short bus or something. Because it's like, man, you know right from wrong and shit. So regardless what happened in your life, who walked out, man, you know what terrible acts you're doing. And like you did that for 3 years. Like, wow, you got kids and shit. This is like, man, you're a bad person. I don't have nothing to do with your past history, that you're a piece of shit. Right. Man, that's why I hate some of this therapy shit, you know, and I give it pushback because it's like everybody wants to, like, oh, tell me about your childhood. It's like, actually, I had a pretty good childhood. I'm just a dirtbag. Like, you know, it's almost like people feed you an excuse. Almost like I think that's where the society is. Like when people are sitting there talking, it's almost like they guide them to the excuse. Like, oh, tell me about your childhood. Oh, so your dad was never there. Yeah, that's why you slept with half the people in your church. Like, come on.
Well, that just proves that, like, okay, maybe her dad was a slut, just like how she was, like father, like daughter. So, no difference to that. But she had a choice, just like she probably chose that shitty ass like therapist. Sounds like, people really choose like. And here's the thing: I don't knock therapy, but I always like tell people the reality of it. You choose the therapist that you want to choose because you don't want the therapist, a really actual good therapist that will not only take your money, but will also tell the truth to you. You're going to choose like a therapist that's going to also strip the accountability away from you and make it seem like it's okay. Like, oh, yes, it's going to be valid. He's going to have feelings. He's going to feel hurt. He's going to feel emotional.
Yeah, because if I was a therapist and somebody was like, yeah, so, in my childhood, I'll stop them. I'm like, what does your dad have to do with you fucking up your marriage? Now, it's funny. This dude, I'm looking at this other comment.
Infidelity.
Said, Matthew Connects. He was like, infidelity is a biblical reason to divorce a spouse. That's true.
That's facts. I would pray my son divorce a woman like this.
Yeah. Dr. Rosdale homeschool. She's like, look, I ain't hearing that shit.
Guys leaving. Oh, guys leaving
because of this is a perfectly acceptable response to.
Yeah. He needs to get himself a new best friend.
Yeah, because I mean, just think of the layers, man. Like that's like I said, it's like people always want to try to take themselves out the hook. It's like, man, you went with his best friend, so it's just like, man, you had no respect for him. That dude's a sucker, though, man. I just don't know how to stop loving you. You got grace now. Like,
but my thing is, go ahead, Wally. No, because I'm gonna say this, right? Because this is my thing, and pretty much this goes back to what I said with the first chick, right? Mm-hmm. It's like, again, there is nothing like, okay, you're speaking to this, you did this, whatever, fine. I'm guessing whatever you have.
Go ahead.
God damn it. Yeah, look, like I'm just looking at this, right? I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, look, if I'm thinking about this overall, right, and I'm saying to myself, all right, because this is like sort of therapy in a sense, right? Like Christian therapy, however it is, right? But again, it's like you've been cheating on him for 3 years while him not noticing. You're cheating on him with his best friend. The best friend's a dirtbag because he's not. And I'm guessing if you're a Christian, then your husband's a Christian. I'm guessing he's a Christian too, so he's a complete dirtbag on that standpoint. And yeah, I've been doing this time and times, which means not to tell your best friend, more like your best friend probably has a wife too, and she's been cheating on him too, right? So it's a whole mess. And in the limeless of this, you're going to sit here and tell me the reason why you were cheating because this is what your father did to you. He up and left you behind and everything else. So you sort of did the same things, like you got in this relationship with someone that was holding you down, and you thought he was going to be like your father and leave you one day. And then this is it somewhere in your head. You just told yourself he's going to leave you one day. You may as well just do it now and just have fun and just live your life. And this is where you get to this thing of fucking his best friend for 3 years in, and he has never left you or ever showed any signs of leaving you ever.
Yeah, there's one thing I want to point out, right? to the comment that says Jesus had no problem walk away from people that didn't serve him lovingly. Unfortunately, I don't buy the story. The part that I will agree why this person probably don't buy the story, because here's one thing that she definitely left out. Did she have remorse, and did she tell her husband what she did that was wrong, or did she got caught? We'll never know because she never even mentioned how her husband found out.
Right.
Well, she got caught because man, she didn't confess that shit.
But think about it. But here's another part of what I'm saying, right? And I'm glad you added N3, because here's my thing, right? If this is supposed to be a quote unquote a therapeutic moment, right? And I sit here again, you still don't sit here and speak on the wrongs that you chose to commit on your own self. Because again, just because your father up and left you, I get it. It's an emotional thing. It's an emotional thing. He probably was in your life for a moment of like probably when you're 5, 7, however it is, and then he left out of nowhere, and you feel like you were abandoned and everything else. I get all that. It's heard. Again, it's very valid from that standpoint. But again, where have your dude showed you that? And if you already had that in mind, why get involved with anybody? And you're not here, and you're not safe here. And that's my thing. Y'all out here want to trombone with everybody, and then you fuck around and you do this dumb shit, and then you get them to be trombone just like you, so that they don't leave you forever. And then the dude want to come around and see you and say, "Oh, you're a fool. I would never leave you." Like again, and the thing is, again, the guy saying here and saying that he's not going to leave. What is the probable reason for you not to leave? She hasn't given you a reason to stay. Like,
because you know the most disrespectful thing, I think, because I ain't never been in these shoes, but I'm just saying, like, you know, there was probably a night where he wanted to like get some. She's like, man, I'm tired, but she probably done got like was doing some other things and like blew the husband off. So that's why I'm saying ain't no way in hell I could be take somebody back after I know some shit like that, because my mind would be drifting. I'm like, man, I was trying to get some and you was like, hell no. Like,
Yeah.
But my man,
did she say that she had a kid with this dude too? If I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
a 3-year-old and I think a 6-year-old.
well, I think she had kids with the husband. Yeah, I'll be swabbing some mouths for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I'm trying to make sure, like, was she saying with the other dude or with her husband?
No, with her husband. So that's
Okay.
even worse too. You had kids by him, and then you still cheat. See,
She left him at home to babysit
that's
while
it.
she was getting her back. That's what I'm saying, because there's some little kids.
That changed everything.
She was like, hey, I need to run out with the girls and shit. Like, watch these kids.
Because now what she really just stated there is, yeah, we need to get paternity tests because hell no. Hell.
Yeah, I'm swabbing
I
in
didn't get
mouth. I'm
text.
like,
I ain't gonna lie though. I still would have been petty though. Like I would just be like, okay, I'm like, oh yeah, I forgive you, honey, right? And then making her think like it's all sweet, and then I'll just end up and leave her, man, and just take the kids with me. I couldn't
even give her that joy of I would have been a therapist. Like if I would have found out, I would be like, hey, see, not only did your dad leave you, I'm leaving your ass too. But it's funny, man. I'm looking at this comment right here.
Which one?
My man Jacob said, this isn't a testimony. She got to do what she wanted, and then she probably came running back when the other guy was done with her.
Oh, damn.
His submission didn't bring him to forgive her. He is a weak man. She carried on for 3 years. He should have left her. She is not to be trusted ever. I'm like, damn, okay. That's some good comments on there. My man, yes, said you can still love someone and leave. It's called boundaries, accountability, and self-respect. So yeah, that's where I'm at with it. This one lady up here was.
At that point, you be like, "Hey, look, I'm glad you came forward. I'm glad you respect me enough to tell me versus me finding out. But this ends here."
Yeah.
Okay. Now this one, and this is a good husband right here because he had a good sense to leave her ass. She says, I also have a testimony that includes me being unfaithful to my husband. My story ended up in divorce. Also, 2 children involved. Damn, okay. I was also selfish, living a life apart from Jesus at the time. Maybe she's talking about white Jesus. But God stepped in and saved me as a result of the adultery. I think of John chapter 8. He had compassion on me, showed me my sin, and told me now go and sin no more. In the between years, my husband and I both experienced salvation. Then after 21 years apart, that means after 21 years of being ran through
streets,
he restored our marriage. He can do anything. He does heal. He does restore. All glory goes to you, Lord. After 20, what the heck?
I ain't gonna lie, 21 years apart.
Something happened between those times where he just decided to sell.
It's 21 years. Like, I'm not coming back after 21 years. I'm in another marriage. I'm in a relationship. I'm single. Whatever. Like 21 years apart.
Yeah, after 21 years, I'm going to Colombia. God damn it.
Like, think about it,
you're gonna run into me on a trip because I'm damn sure ain't taking your ass back.
Let's say hypothetically, okay, you got 2 kids. Let's say 18, 2 years in. That's like what, 39, somewhere there. Like, huh? Y'all come back then? 20 years later? What the hell?
21 years, yeah. You gonna run into me by accident. Be like, jerk. They're like, my name's Sanchez. Fuck around, be lying out here. Yeah, ain't no way in hell.
That's crazy.
But shout, man, they do all be going to church, man. After they do some egregious acts, boy, they pile the fuck up in the church, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I said sometimes some of these stories is not believable. Like,
Yeah, because she talking about John 8.
Like she stretched for 21 years. If someone's apart and you're still considering a relationship and y'all got back together, I would understand like a few years. But 21, I'm done.
I mean,
there's no consideration.
Yeah.
No, I believe it, man. I mean, like church people be doing like the weirdest shit though. So
nah, if God was really working on that, Jesus, God, whatever, 21 years. No.
Yeah, it's funny. All the guys ain't
I'm
showing
sorry.
no love. All the guys, remember? I would have divorced her. Next man, I couldn't do it. It's not like it was one time, but 3 years. Yeah, that 3 years. That's a
imagine
habit,
how
bitch.
much in 3 years you actually did. Like, just think about it. Like, damn, my wife ain't home. Where is she?
I don't know how to not love you. Sits indeed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Like that was a broken man statement. That's a dude that like, yeah, he must be inadequate because there ain't no way in hell like I could say a statement like that after 3 years of getting piped down.
You know,
yeah, he's saying, but that's the thing though. He's saying it because he was in love with her. The only thing is she was not ultimately faithful to him. That's the thing.
Yeah,
that's why I'm like, I'm not ultimately mad at the dude. But it's just the fact of like, there has to be a place where it's like when people do that to you, though, there has to be like, you gotta draw lines eventually. Like, nah, bro, 3 years, 3 years.
Yeah, that's 3 years is a lifestyle. That means like she was with him
3 years comfortably. Like, nah, bro, nah.
So yeah, 3 years is a relationship. That means like he said, that dude didn't just say work.
God intended you to be with this chick. That you gotta draw the lines, bro. I don't care. Like, I draw the lines.
Yeah, so one thing I will say this though, right? Even though the Bible does give a biblical reason to leave like your spouse, like when they do like cheat or whatever, I'm for sure maybe the pastor probably had an intervention. The pastor probably told him like, look, that's still your wife. You need to love her, forgive her, forgive her 77 times and all this other BS or whatever. And I think he just kind of fell into it because that line right there just sounded too scripted and poetic. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to not love you.
But do pastors they be that forgiving? Because man, don't let me be no pastor. I'll be what's that stuff where you break the bread and you gotta drink the juice?
Well, here's the thing, right? Like as a pastor, right? I ain't gonna say the pastor will be forgiven, right? You cross them, but the pastor will teach you as a member of the church, like yourselves, to be forgiven, because you know why? And I'm just gonna go deep with this one. They need you to be as forgiving as possible, so they can pretty much whip your ass into like the slave that they want you to be. And no matter how bad that you feel, no matter how resentful that you may get, you keep forgiving. You keep opening yourself up to be hurt even more, and to be like ran through. So, I mean, like I said, I know I'm going like too deep. I'm not saying all churches like that, but it's just like the premise of it,
Yeah, I'll be like, man, get her ass about. I'll be that one pastor like, you better not damn take her back.
And I'm glad that some of these females are fighting in here saying the same thing, because some of these females are here saying the same thing. Look at Sarah Moon, like the comment right there, 3 years? Yeah. Question mark. I'm sorry, mama. This is not it. Exactly, like, bro, like this. My
man Matt Murphy, though. Shout out to Matt's. Like, it's not strength to stay with a woman like that. It's cowardice. That man should have put them both out to the pasture. Now he's going on. Now she's going on podcast talking about it like it's okay. Now he needs to run. Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying, man. This shit crazy. But all right, man. Nah, this was a pretty good clip. Yeah, I couldn't do it. I'm sorry, man. Like, definitely go change yourself, get better. But I don't need to be in that picture, and I don't need to forgive you like that.